Hello and welcome to the Pint of View. I'm Emmet Ryan, and as you can see, for once we're not in a festival, and it's also been quite a few weeks since we came back. So what happened? Well, I reviewed a beer, did a great video, and then I managed to delete the file. So sorry about that to Galway Bay and 200 Fathoms. Eek. But fortunately we are back with a different beer. It is the Black IPA by Brown Paper Bag, a collaboration with 3FE Coffee here in Dublin. And Brown Paper Bag, for those of you who don't know, is of course run by the guys out of Mulligan Grocers in Stoneybatter. Great little spot, genuinely nice for drinking. It's a pity I'm not that part of the city more often than I am. Fortunately, living in D6, there are ample options. So what have we got here? So we got this, it's a Black Coffee IPA. Now, we've just poured about half it in here, as you can see. And yeah, initial thoughts, let's get the smell. Coffee. I'm smelling quite a lot of coffee. Now, in my initial review for the Business Post, which I'm sure you all read, I said the textureness was a bit more porterish. Now, I've had a couple of sips here before we went on air just to get an initial feel, but I'm going to have another quick swirl around, and don't worry, I cleanse my palate. And I suppose the thing is, the texture here is it's definitely closer to a Black IPA than my initial appraisal was, so that might have been a bit unfair in the paper. But it's still very, very porterish in texture as well, so not entirely inaccurate there either. The other thing to note is that the coffee really just dominates. I'm serving this at room temp, that's how I drink most of my beers, although we're actually having a beer in one of our next reviews, which is going to be interesting because I'm actually going to recommend a tiny bit of chilling just to get the most out of it flavour-wise. But this is not that case. This one, the coffee overpowers. So in order for that to work, the coffee needs to actually be nice. It actually works, yeah. It's a good, strong, powerful coffee taste. The one downside to that is that it does limit when and where you can drink this. And also, it makes you start wondering about caffeine by volume. Now, I've talked to a few brewers. Most of them aren't afraid of that part, and I don't think the boys in Brown Paper Bag are either. Unlike my friend John, who was prone to making coffee stout, where it wasn't the alcohol content we were worried about. It was the fact that there would be too much espresso per pint. So, nice work, John. And so, other thoughts on this beer? Well, good texture, good body. When can I drink it? Pairing wise, there's two options here, and I think there's really only two. If you're going to have it with something, vanilla ice cream, and I think it actually would pair off beautifully there. I think there's so much you could do working wise there. That said, I'm not thinking vanilla ice cream is in straight after dinner as a dessert. I'm thinking vanilla ice cream at least 30 minutes after you've finished eating anything else, and ideally over an hour, to be honest, after any other eating. I just would not think of this as a drink I'm having close to food other than that. Ideally, you're having this standalone. That's the only situation where I think this is really going to be optimal flavour out there. Location, setting type situation, warm days. That's where I look at this. This is warm days drinking. This is not a night beer. This is a daytime beer. Coffee flavours associated more with daytime anyway. That's where I look at this as being in its real pomp, real strength, and definitely warm as well. I just see this as a summer beer. Now, obviously, you might think, well, coffee is a very warming flavour, could work in the winter. That's true, but I want to get that full room temp out there. I do not want to be worried about chilling. I want to get all that flavour out there. So that's why I'm going warm days. That's why I'm going summer. So on the whole, yeah, it's a beer that makes me gesticulate. So that was Brown Paper Bag's Black IPA, which of course it was done in collaboration with 3FE. For more videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which also includes our videos Device Advice out every Tuesday, starting this coming Tuesday, in fact. So I'm telling you to subscribe before it even starts, not bad. Leave a comment below because that helps us go this way in YouTube rankings. Tweet it, share it, tell everybody to do that. All these things help more people see it and YouTube like me more. YouTube money, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, subscribe. And until next time, keep on drinking.